Powerofreggae Radio, Powerofreggae.com, TGM Radio. Special guest in the house tonight. He's been in the city for a couple of weeks now. We've been trying to get this interview down. It's an interview we definitely wanted. Heard a lot about this youth, and now I'm hearing the music, and it's so much more. Powerful voice, the one and only, introducing the voice that you heard on those last two records that we played. The man himself, Droop. Introduce yourself.
Rastafari. Give thanks, man. This is Droop, you know. Andrew Brown, Adrian Brown. Straight out of Jamaica. You know. I was born in a place called St. Mary. You see? Grew up in a city called Kingston. You know what I mean? Waterhouse to be exact, firehouse to call it. You know what I mean? The thing is, I and I is music. You know? I and I is music.
Alright, before I actively go into the introduction and ask you to really reintroduce yourself to our listeners, I want to talk about that last record that I just heard. Let's just touch on that quick fast before we go into this interview. Lead the Way. That record, your voice came across so powerful on it. Tell us a little bit more about that record. We're going to get into the project a little bit more in this interview, but just tell me a little bit about that particular record that we just played.
I got to lie the truth. You know, the music is what I live, you know, see. And it's not just I, it's what other people live. Because it was in Europe, you know, I was on a tour in Europe, 2015, and I was playing in a city called Powerofreggae. And when driving to the city, I like to watch the news in the far, and tell you the truth. It's the same time. I see a portion of things are going on in Syria. And a whole heap of refugees are leak over, you know, coming across over in Europe. And far I tell you the truth, you know, a whole heap of things go on. Because at one point, we reach on the road, driving from Italy to Germany. And then, the ones them I tell I say, the authorities them find a container, a trailer truck, see, 100-foot container with human corpse, well cut, like beef going to market. You know what I mean? And it hurt I, man. It hurt I, and I want to sing about them something, I want to talk about these type of things, but the thing is, to tell the truth, I know we don't want to reiterate back the same thing back in the people in every day. So what we do, when we see the problems, we find solution, you know, and this is what happened.
Okay.
You know, let's talk
that's
about
what
it,
you meant.
because me I say, if everybody can see life so important, you know what I mean? But at the same time, so much things are going on, and if you're there on one side of the world, call upon it. I come from a place called Jamaica, you know. And many things go on in the international world, like even America and Europe, China and all those places. We're not too know, you know, because the news itself, them edit the news and everything. So the people of the world today, they don't know many things that are going on, you know. So me I say, I could talk about it. You know what I mean, and show us how we appreciate the life that we live. Let's talk about it. There's so much things going on. Look at the simple ants. You know, the ants that live in the earth. Today you have man say him pesticides and him walk and him kill pests. You know, and it's like nobody want to talk about the importance of the ants. You know what I mean, and the worms in the soil that make the earth breathe. Because if the earth not breathe, how it go for we? You know what I mean, even to our plant for food, you know. We talk about the bees, you know what I mean. So I try to take it from the simplest farm where man done things at the simplest farm. Because I know within this time, you know, the last shall be the first and the first shall be the last. You know what I mean? So the simple things that they try to ignore will be the big things. And I see that's why right now they're crying about global warming and climate change and all of these type of things. It's all because we're ignoring all these type of things. Yes, I.
Okay, you definitely manifest. Now that I'm sitting here and I'm speaking with you, I'm getting the bigger picture now. So what you're seeing, you manifest and you project it in your music.
Naturally.
Now, before we go to this first commercial break, I want you to actually touch back on Droop line. I believe you started off your career with another moniker and you switched to Droop line, but tell us the meaning behind the name and how that came about.
The thing is, I have never named myself from my band, you know. Even the alias name them and them thing from my grow. It's ones and ones just say I am to the behavior. You know, see it at one point, they used to call like Droop Dog, you know, because remember now, you know, I is orphan, you know, I call myself orphan in a certain levels because then I'm gonna die from my 9 months, you know. You know what I mean? I have never seen a picture of my mother, you know. I have never get a hug from my mother, you know, see, but I still love all mothers, you know what I mean? And then it make I move away as come to certain people, you know, because I kind of more reserved and, you know, like to stay one away. So them start to call like Droopy, you know, see, but then because I grew in between the diaspora of Kingston, you know, and St. Mary, which is country and town, you know what I mean? I automatically develop a behavior pattern how to handle these streets, you know, see. So by handling these streets, them start call like Droop Dog, you know what I mean? And I don't know what I did even happy about, you know, see. At one point, I did think I could have stop all the man from all call like that Droop Dog, you know, because I look upon it in a negative way, you know, see.
See, I want to stop you right there and ask you one question before you continue. And that caught me off guard because when I did my research on you as an artist, listen to your music, the moniker, the first moniker, Droop Dog, I wanted to ask you about it because being a Rastafarian,
Yeah.
and the dog reference, it threw me off a little bit. So I was waiting for you to actually sit here and explain to us where it came about.
I want to tell you something, see? I want to tell you something. You know, sir, even in the heights, I grow, and in the transformation, a Rastafari. You know, sir, I still have brethren I call like Droop Dog, Zane, and I very, very aware that I'm mindful like very much where I say, oh, I a Rasta, you know, star, I want to some guy with this dog thing, you know. And at the same time, I still never find a name for myself. Like when I say some Rasta, you just find a Israelite's name and, you know, I still never go there, you know. But the thing is, I start to look upon it in a positive eyes. Because maybe there are reasons with my Rasta brethren, I'm going to start visit every Rasta camp now and me I learn positivity. You know what I mean? So the thing is, I start say, Lulu, I still say dog. You know? I the same dog once and one start about turning a lion many times in a far right? You know what I mean? So me start to look upon myself. You see that? From way down the side, you know? Like a Lulu and I say, oh, a transform, you know, because if I ever be His Majesty dog, it's okay same way, you know. Cause God that thing the Creator, the Almighty that, you know, because enough man think him a human being today, you know what I mean, and him still not nowhere near His Majesty, not even around the palace gate, you know, him can't go near. But it was Ellis Kelly brother, you know, who actually said, when we bought this youth named China K, we call him Chin. He have a production in Jamaica called China K. I start write some song for him. And when I sing Mama Soon Come Back, you know, he bring it to Elise Kelly down at Ira FM, you know. And she has said, oh, the youth sound different. She want to know why. But at the same time, we never really get the time because I live at Kingston. And at the time, I never really have all the drive for myself, you know, fever go link her. But anyway, it take her time to get to her. So we start sing more song and thing. She still a play with songs. It's on the radio, she said, this man can't call no dog, you know, Because the energy what she feel and the sounds what she hear. She started to tell Loans them that this is Lion. You know what I mean? This must be Droop Lion. And I never hear it for myself. You know? But the voice of the people is the voice of the Almighty, is the people in the street tell me that Elise Kelly was on the radio, changing my name from Droop Dog to Droop Lion. So you find out, I'm my parents, them, I'm a friend, them, and them people that give me name. You know, see.
So the moniker was never, it was given to you?
Yes, I. Yes,
okay. Now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break and come back. We're going to get into some more music and get into the Ideology project that you're currently promoting. TGM Radio, Powerofreggae Radio, Powerofreggae.com.
Yes,
Sniper.
TGMradio.com.
TGM Radio, Powerofreggae Radio, Powerofreggae.com. Another powerful one off of the Ideologies project. When you hear that song, the way how the bass is knocking in the studio, I just gotta come back and ask you about the production right away. All right, that's another track off of the Ideologies project. Droop Line is here in the studio with us. Let's get familiar with the artists and this music once again.
Yes,
Tell us a little bit more about that song that we just heard. And let's get into the production, let's get into the meat of that, the project that you're currently promoting now.
The project I promote right now is a project that I'm gonna keep promoting for the rest of my life with others to come, you know, because this product I call it Ideologies. And when I call it Ideologies, I just say that because I know it's a strong word, but in myself I know the meaning of them words. You know what I mean? Because this is what I live. I create this project off of everything that I know. You know? Inner music, outer music. You know, see? That's the reason why I call it Ideologies. This is, to me, it's more than music, you know? And I identify that within these words, you know, see it and instruments. So I package it, you know, put it together, decide, I give it to the world, you know, see it. And I tell these people, say, keep this music to your close, because it's more than just music. It's words where we feel live with daily life upon. You know what I mean? Just as His Majesty says so. We could do this because we see what's going on. We know that the way we talk to each other today, it's not worthy. You know what I mean? The way we behave amongst each other, it's not worthy. You know, and it ignites a whole heap of hate. You know what I mean? So right now we need for you start use but the type of linguas and the type of words and energy. You know, we restore amnesty on earth. And from that I want to be a part-time. So I give them ideologies, you know. This project here is a project where it's long and waiting. Droop Lion. You know what I mean? We do this round at the studio in Jamaica called Mixing Lab. We do this at Tough Gang, you know, and we do this at a studio called Fata Marshall Lim Studio. Right now I don't remember the name of it. It named Star Chairs. See? I want to tell them, and whosoever buy the CD, you know, and whosoever working along with this music will see it and see that it's a whole lot of greats help to play this music and help to create this music. It's nothing about just I, you know. It's not just I alone. I could do this by myself, you know. Because I like to sit down and smoke weed with my friends and reason.
Earlier you mentioned that you started off earlier in your career with China Came in the studio. Who were some of the people that helped you put the Ideology project together. And the sound is so rich. It seems like you started from scratch with the actual bands, the instruments. So tell us a little bit more about.
We have producers on it live. Larger than life. He's American. Yeah. We have mixed production. That's another American production. Yeah. But majority of this project was actually instrumentally organized by I manager and Linford Fata Marshall. Fata Marshall now is this man from Fatai's production from back in the days. My manager is a man called Jeffrey, Mr. Cabell Stevenson. You know what I mean? He's the man behind all of this, you know. But the musicians, you know, we have to say, thumbs up to the ones them, because they are the ones who feel the vibration and feel the cry. What I carry, you know, see, and they are the ones who mats up the thing, and when we add it up, this is the levels we get, you know. So we have to big them up. We have to big up the Sly and the Rabbit, you know. We have to big up the Rabbit Shakespeare, same way, you know, Rabbit Lynn and Blake Nambo, you know what I mean. We have to big up the whole of the man them. We have some great percussionists on it also, you know, man who all drop out, Bonnie them and the whole of them.
Okay, now, two things that you mentioned to me earlier that I want to piece together in actually one question. You said to me one of the songs that we played earlier was, it came about from your travels in Europe.
Yes, sir.
That was one of the things you said. And the second thing that you touched on was actually, it's slipped on my mind right now. Apologize for that. But okay. What I'm getting to, the root of the question that I'm getting to now is, you obviously had music in your career. You mentioned one of your other biggest songs that you did earlier. You had music in your career that helped you actually travel the world, see other places, that helped you actually put Ideologies together.
Yes, sir.
So my thing is, before the Ideology project, did you have a body of music or EP or LP that you released besides the big singles that you had that actually propelled Droop to the Ideology project and where you at today?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit more about it.
Droop,
No, let me stop you. I just remembered what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
You said to me, and I've never heard an artist say this before, you said to me, the Ideology project is an album that you're giving to us now and for eternity, basically, for the rest of our life, the music that you're giving us in this project now. I've never heard an artist actually say that about their music, even though it's true. For every artist, I've never heard an artist say it. So that right there in itself made me want to know about the
from
project.
I little youth to grow. See, a little youth and I go to school, even before I start go to school. I hear this, music alone shall live and never die. You know what I mean? So, I don't come from building the music where I even think I can dead. You know what I mean? It's life music.
So tell us a little bit more about the projects before the Ideology project, before we get back there.
Yes, sir, because I used to go on the road, you know, with Caperton, you know. You know what I mean? I did like 2 or 3 tours at Caperton, you know. And I get an experience from there. And all of them moments where I was on the street with Caperton. You know, it was some immaculate moments, because then as a youth I get 30 minutes out of Caperton stage time, you know. And I sang them with them having a Jamaica play. You know what I mean? Because I always have some songs in a Jamaica play. But then I still never know, so out in a Europe, the people that actually knows this, you know what I mean? And then the last tour that I did with Caperton in 2013, it was in Reims when Michel Jovanovic, he is a booking agent in Europe called me.com. You know? He asked me if I would tour Gladiators. You know what I mean? But many ones don't even know this. Gladiators in the high blood, you know. You know, I and I, born, grow up, come and hear about Gladiators. So when him say this to I tell him, say, I and I had Gladiators. You know? But I know me make them decisions, you know. I have to talk to I and I manager Mr. Cabell Stevenson, you know see? And them talk, you know. Because the way how him see me I angle myself among Cape Town. You know, him figure I could have do this. Well them talk and but I decide say if me go up on the road with them then let me and them do an album. You know. And me and them we did an album called Back and Track. You see it where they sing. It's not them, it's I who sing all those songs on that album called Back and Track. But some of their classics. You know, like the Hello Carol, Dreadlocks so time is no one. You know what I mean? All these songs. So it's like we go on tour and the people them receive it. So we keep going back on tour and tour and tour. We tour with them like for 4 years now. You know what I mean? So we've been doing things. We've been doing things, it's just the movements of the Most High to make America just get the brief in a Droop Lion, you know what I mean?
Okay, let me ask you one question before we move forward, because I'm saving this to my phone right now. You said Gladiators Back in Track. Is that album available on digital platforms now?
Yes, sir, it is.
I'm saving that to my phone because
Yeah, man,
I'm a big fan of
Gladiators.
Gladiators. So I'm going to check that out one day.
Yes, sir.
And stuff. Okay, but going back to the Ideology project, you gave us a taste of some of the producers you were working with. You told us some of the experiences that you've seen as a man that helped you put pen to paper.
Naturally.
Okay. You also touched on touring with Cape Town. One of the greatest performers in the reggae genre, music period.
Naturally.
Love his energy. So, apart from what you've told us before, who else would you attribute your musical talents to, inspiration-wise? Because your sound is very powerful.
I did right now. I got a big song in Europe, you know, with Israel Vibration, you know. You know what I mean? I want to tell you something. I'm going to tell it right now on Powerofreggae. Because I never tell nobody this. Right now I'd like call a couple songs with even the great toots, you know. You know what I mean? Because then I like the elders, you know.
Is that the music that you've always gravitated to growing up as a man?
The thing is, me as a man, I versatile, man. I listen to all type of music. You know, see, but listen. You see the music name, reggae. Especially roots rock reggae. It have a whole panai, man. Because then, it have a way of bring message. And me as a man, I like balance spirit and physical, you know. I like spirit. And then reggae music a spiritual type of movement, so. You know what I mean? And I like how enough guy play with it right now. Probably that's the reason why even Joe hold you out for so long to analyze right now. When enough guy feel like them could have dropped the button or dropped the banner on the ground. Well, let me tell them this. His Majesty banner will never drop. You know what I mean? Nothing that the elders them put up, you know what I mean, will never fall because it's the foundation. You know, and we have to follow. Many youth talk about they want to be great, and even greater than Bob Marley, you know what I mean, and greater than a burning spear. They want to be great like Jimmy Cliff. But who's them? What are they doing? You know what I mean? Because what them do? Them try to create something, you know what I mean, in mid-air, you know, and foundation are creating in mid-air. You know what I tell about? The thing is, we have to follow the footsteps of the elders. We have to do what them do. You know what I mean? To get to the heights. Where them get to. You see it, and if we take other road at different places we're going to end up. You know, see it? So it's a whole heap of things. It's a whole heap of things, and then I want would feel like all a man like me, Droop Lion, don't even listen to all dancehall music. I don't know nobody can put foolishness together like most of these dancehall youth. Because when them talk enough of them foolishness, so you really have to laugh. You have to say, wait, a man could have really turned that in the lyrics and put it in a song business. You know what I mean? So I listen to everybody, I listen to hip hop, I listen to everything. Right now, this album that I give to them, that's the reason why I call it Ideologies. You know? Because the way it's very, you know, a verse type of thing, it's complex. I don't give them one straight type of something, even though a roots I defend. You know what I mean? I do the album in a way, if you like hip hop, you can go listen to it too, man. You know, and if you like R&B, you can go listen to it. You know what I mean? If you're the roots man, I hear things same way. If you're a dancehall man, song is there to suit a sorrow. You know what I mean? I just a thing, man. You know, see it.
I'm glad you pointed that out because I want to segue back into the music now. The first track on the album.
Yes, sir.
The title is slipping me right now. Sniper, you around town?
It's called Have You Ever Seen the Rain?
Have You Ever Seen the Rain? And that's one of the songs on the project that I know you hold near and dear to you.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about it. Introduce the song. We're gonna go into that song and then come back, talk a little bit more about the album, give the listeners something live in the studio. Powerofreggae Radio. Let us know about the song before we let the listeners hear it.
This song, I want to tell you, I ain't a physical right now. This song is long older than I. You know what I mean? Long time before I and I. You know, see, you know this physical. The thing is, as me I show you, me I you to listen to the elders, you see. And I know this song. Never really know the full words of it, but always I hear it, you know? Because Bob Clark and me play it and many other man. But it was my manager and father idea to sing it. Really, I tell you the truth. Because even when we create the rhythm, it's Sly, Hook, and Dunbar who create the rhythm.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And even when I create the rhythm, I was still thinking that I don't need to try out for this song, you know. You know what I mean? Because remember, this is a song we sell 32 million copy, you know, yes. 23 million copy and all them things there, you know. And some great man from California write this song, you know, what them call Credence, you know. You know what I mean? And you have Rod Stewart them who come sing it back again, you know, and sing. You know what I mean? So I just tell America to say, I know the item song. That's the reason why I bring it back forward to the item too. You know what I mean? To make the item know, say, I understand. You know?
See how we put that together right there?
You know what I mean?
It's two things we put together right there. First, you spoke on your respect for the foundation that make you the artist you are.
Yes, sir.
And then you spoke on your respect for different genres of music.
Yes, sir.
So all I'm gonna tell the listeners right now is turn up your radio and listen to this record right now. Sniper, let them hear that first one.
No.
I
Reggae, Powerofreggae.com, Powerofreggae Radio. Your voice
Crazy.
is seeing you in person and speaking to you, and then hearing your records. It's just incredible. So with that being said, I want to ask you, I want to go right to your visuals. Do you have a YouTube page, videos available now that the listeners could actually put a face to the voice that they're hearing right now and really understand the power coming out of this man right now?
Oh, Mr. I like the way you ask that. Do you have, one of them Facebook or a YouTube? Because many man think a Rasta man use them thing there,
Social media.
You know what I mean? But I just want to tell many dreadlocks, walk out of the darkness and come to the light. Because this is the way how the world move. You know what I mean? It's more just to speak about modern communication, and this is the ways of modern communication. So if a guy want to keep himself absent, then he's not going to depend them thing. Yeah man, yes, I up, I have YouTube page, I have of social media. I depend on the social media because I have Instagram, I have Twitter, you know what I mean? I have tweet, I have send Instagram message and I answer them on them thing. You know what I mean? You can find I on the space, man, because right now, as I say, it's been a long time, since I've been down, you know what I mean, waiting for this time, training hard to come and fight this war easy for your people and, some will have to use all the necessary mediums, you know what I mean, because they will be our tools, right now, to take back the youths them out of the beast and, see, naturally.
Okay, so on YouTube, on social media, is it Droop Lion? Is it any different attachment to the name Droop Lion that when fans go on social media to find?
No man, it's just Droop Lion. If you type in Droop Lion, you must see I think them,
Okay.
You know what I mean? And they can also contact I at Free People Entertainment. You know what I mean? Because then that's the that's the whole management team, the whole staff, naturally Free People Entertainment. So they can connect that.
Do you have a website currently up?
We don't have a website right now because the website is some construction. But right now we have a one-link page, you know what I mean, and it's Droop Lion, it's actually structured like a website with all information, that's necessary. Yes, them can find I man, I easy to find, even though I am a little short man, you know what I mean, and a little bit instructor. I know last man, I easy to find.
Okay, now the Ideology project is out now. Do you have a particular visual online right now that the listeners could go to, or are you planning on doing a video?
Yes sir, I have to do video, you know what I mean, because even this song, Have You Ever Seen the Rain, you know what I mean, we want to get the visual art, you know what I mean, intertwined with the song, and bring it forward to the people, because I know the visual is very important. It's the visual, them using and distracting the people, you know what I mean, so we have to use it back in a helpful way. I have to do videos. Right now I have a video for a song on this album called Freeway.
Freeway.
You know what
yes.
I mean? And it's there.
We gonna get into that.
I think it's a nice video too.
We gonna get into that song before this interview is out, because that song represents so much. We're gonna talk about that song. The listeners could go to Droop Lion's page on YouTube and check out the vision.
Instagram, everything, and many ones I find out many ones got a problem because too I don't speak English properly. You know what I mean? Because what I speak is Jamaican, I can't finish learning English.
Okay, now
so it's like I want to tell them it's D it's a D like David. It's DROOP.
That's what I'm glad you stopped me. I'm glad you stopped.
Naturally.
I'm glad you stopped me and said that. DROOP, Droop Lion.
Yes, sir.
Because the next question I actually had for you was, some listeners may hear the name and think it's a parody. of
Naturally.
the artist Snoop Dogg and then
Naturally.
Snoop Lion. Now, my question to you is, I'm meeting you, I see your ideology,
Yes,
I
sir.
hear your ideology,
Yes, sir.
so I know it's no joking.
No, man, it's no joke.
As far as the name and the similarities in the name, have you ever had to have a conversation with somebody and really tell them like,
All the people, man.
it's not a joke thing, this is me,
Yeah, man, all the people.
I have the moniker.
All the people try, you know, and ones would thinking that probably I would feel a way downhearted or heartburned, you know, about Snoop. You know what I mean? Well, I want to make the world know this. This is Droop Lion. See, it's I and I, His Majesty rise within this time, to make this music greater one more time universally. You know, and it's no laugh about that. The thing is, we don't have a problem with Snoop. I personally don't have no problem with no youth, worse no black youth. You know what I mean? What do them thing long time before I even leave school. Them youth make mark in the world. You know what I mean? In America, them youth collect how much is platinum and Grammys. You know what I mean? With the same music that themselves. I don't care about what people want to look into them personal life and sit and talk about. I speak about what I know. You know what I mean? It's the music I know, make I know them. You know what I mean? And these youth they about a long time I do them thing. Them forget them manners and them forget them glory. The thing is, this Droop Lion I did a long time as Droop Lion. I was there when Snoop come to Jamaica. You know what I mean? For his baptism amongst the Naya Bingi camp. You know what I mean? And I still never feel no way about it. You know what I mean? Because I know say, oh, I want more lion this. I go join the lion pack because so much man I turn cheaters and fox. You know me I tell about so much man a mountain goat. You know me I tell about I want to see some more lion in this. I don't know joke talk. You know see say for you to say you're my lion. You know what I mean? I welcome him. I just him for know say you have a lion space. Don't make yourself becomes dinner. You know me I tell about because yo, he that exalted itself shall be at base. You know me I tell about and any way you do that, with underneath any name, underneath any color, you know, for you not right, you're wrong. You see? Some no response about I want for know so we love Snoop them and I hope to meet him someday because I'm here the lion. Remember now, from where you to you're the man, they must have the lion govern the jungle, don't you? See? So any of them thing they're in the jungle, you know. No say the lion. But them still do what they do. I don't know one lion neither. You know what I mean? It's not good, man. Music, you know.
And more importantly,
Humanity, you know.
the moniker, once again, was given. You never gave yourself the moniker. It was given onto you by the people. So that's one thing I want to point out.
Not sure far.
Once again about the name. Before we end off this interview, one of the most powerful songs on the Ideology project, and it so happened to be a song that you have a visual for, the Freeway project.
Naturally.
The background behind the song, I'm familiar with, but
Naturally.
most people aren't. And one of the things that I've been impressed with you doing the interview is the fact that the area that you come from.
Naturally.
You come from Kingston, so you
Yes, sir.
understand what's
you know.
going on in Kingston. The song Freeway, before we play the song, give us a little bit of background of what made you put pen to paper and write the song Freeway.
True, man.
And chose that to be one of the songs that you're actively pushing on the Ideology project.
No. Remember again, my name is Droop Lion. See? I come from Jamaica, you know. Born, you know. And I live in a Kingston 11. Well, a Kingston 11. A Fimi. I never yet feel like I can walk from one street to another. You know what I mean? Because I know within myself the way how I live. You know, see? Now, I have a place in our community called to while and that's up, we think and grow and I rise up. See, big up to while, you know. Because I know enough of them there in the Bronx too. Enough of them there. Jamaica is a country known to be going through crazy atrocities. And when I talk about atrocities, I don't talk about like some little joke thing. Bloodshed from long time. From way back in the 60s when them a kill Rasta. You know see? And I see them Rasta man them from them time the way I born come see, I tell them peace and love. And up till to the day the man them still say peace and love. And not even the government of Jamaica. Now understand that, now overstand that. You know what I mean? So if you take on to that. Just imagine if them just a peace and love from them time till this time. I think some things that don't go on. The song Freeway in the far right. The song Freeway arrived from the whole atrocity will take place in a western Kingston, you know the place called Tivoli Garden, you know, brother. You know what I mean? Which part the people in the community can tell I say authorities run in and kill over 200 and odd people, but still authorities are going on depend the radio and the TV I tell you say 70 civilian get shot down because them oppose against the police and fire gun. Over 200 odd people, the people them say dead, people lose them pitney, people lose them loved one, people lose them friends, you know what I mean? No, my lord, I'm start talking about them thing and I get emotional. Because my lord, I'm tell you something, them thing if you go on, I know where me live, you know. But then true me know His Majesty. And Rasta teach me say, because you were scattered amongst dry bones, the children of Eden, my lord, a whole heap of things I go live to see. Because I never know so this could have gone. You know, we used to see them things up on TV. I'm going to tell them about Iraqi bombing and all them things there. Well, the man them drop bomb in a little community. You know what I mean? Despite how them do it, the people them traumatized up to the day. I could come forward, brother, and sing. Let me just tell you, I want to sing about these things. What is it I'm going to sing the problem? I'm going to sing the solution. You know? Because I know one seems like I'm part of the problem in the far. I tell you the truth, you know. You know, see, it make I keep myself diligent. It make me dip on the journey I'm on today. You know what I mean? Because I could have stupid like many of the rest of you. You know what I mean? I could have licked my own chip. Like how I see some youth lick them own chip. And I go on like a system, I lick them chip. Or them next door neighbors do it. You know what I mean? Them use them desires and lick them chip. I could have do that in a Kingston too. I mean the police them I get higher, I get them too. You know what I mean? But just because I and I upcoming far I kind of know say, oh, I want to live. You know see, far I say I go sing a song about this. I want to show the corruption, the injusticeness, the murder, the gruesome action. You know see, a world governments amongst them people. But far I and I come forward within our knowledge because as me I show you, and I just me alone are the ones that me I talk to me and them reason and me I learn from each other, you know see, make me know say I and I can't solve no problems right now with no war, we can't rise no weapon like them, you know what I mean, because mechanical studies are for them strength. You know what I mean? We are divine people. A divine divinity we deal with. You know see? That's why when them start going, we have to always remind them say it's I and I is the only man in creation. The Rasta man. And any man who not see himself as a Rasta today just knows him a problem maker. See? Because it's I and I who are defend amnesty a long time. You know see, when we speak about world peace, someone go on like it's the biggest joke and then we make a comedy about it. You know what I mean? The achievement of world peace. We can achieve world peace, but it's a mind game I go on. I'm just tell the youth, so don't put on the physical to it. Don't make them all on the physical to it because the moment them all on the physical to it, you don't lose on the physical. You know what I mean? and then is of no relevance towards this life and your human development. You know what I mean? So, if you want to continue to contribute, allow them, make them play their mind game. Just like it's the Rasta man do. If you take your fever, go to the hills, go live. You know, see it? Naturally, so that's something I sing Freeway, Dada. The thing is, I never want to talk about deeper people them when them kill. I just want to tell the people them mentally, physically and spiritually, we got to take ourselves out of this.
Definitely not. You've been pointing it out throughout the interview. Not glorifying the violence, not glorifying any form of it at all, but projecting a positive image onto, a positive ideology onto it, I should say. Sniper.
Yeah.
Let's feature the song Freeway. The video's on YouTube. That's Droop on YouTube. Check him out on IG, Instagram, Facebook, Droop. Freeway the song, Powerofreggae.com.
Building blocks to burn its world, and the new someone thunder roll and light shines. See the sun comes in all its light. Plantation field is burning, setting the way for power of freedom. I'm taking the freeway, the freeway, run away, the freeway. Oh my brothers and sisters, they will be seeing me, they're shouting out the king's side. Oh, I'm taking the freeway, the freeway. They won't see them, them can't hurt me. Run with the swiftest, come at them, don't spurt me. I never do none for Babylon, conquer me. I know my heart, so I'll take you the freeway, the freeway, run away, the freeway. Oh my brothers and sisters, they will be seeing me, they're talking of the king's side.
I gotta get the listeners a low sample of the talent live in the studio before we tune out tonight. The Ideology project is available now on all digital platforms. You've heard the music. You heard the ideology from the man himself, Droop. Do you have any upcoming shows or anything that you want the listeners to come out to?
Yes, naturally, man, because I leave America to go to Jamaica on the 5th of August. And on that same day, I have a show in Jamaica called St. Mary Come From.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Big up, kid.
And then on the 24th of August, I will be coming back to America to start a whole 5 weeks tour from the West Coast, coming back right back to the Midwest.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So all the people who want to come and enjoy good music, like we always give, you know, and come follow up and see what's going on with Droop and come know the man, come greet the man, you know what I mean? Carry the CD that you buy if you have a hard copy, or you can come and get your hard copy because we'll be having it there for the fans, you know. Because I sign it for the item, you know what I mean? I want to take some picture with some very nice people, man, who come out, man, because Jamaica rural and nice people. I want to keep an eye from them, I want to take some picture with the people, you know. So tell them to come to the shows, I got a show in San Diego on the 2nd of September. I have high spirit for that show to man, and a man called Clinton Ferran, you know. That man is our original Gladiators. He used to play the bass line, but he's also a singer, you know, see. And that's going to be a great movement. So all of the people who know real hardcore music, you know what I mean, the music will start the thing and bring it. Because I remember this band now, where I lead sing, you know, called Gladiators, you know, a way back from in the 60s, you know, and right now, it's not like I leave the band to do I think, it's the same band that play I music on stage, you know, so even if it's not Gladiator, it's always Droop Lion and the Gladiators, you know, so it's always great music, you know, so
Guaranteed.
always great music, so yeah man, them can come see me. And I hope when you come off of this radio station called Powerofreggae.com. All the promoters them right across the world, because it's a world thing, you know. This is a world thing. All the promoters them can just link back this place to, you know, and tell the people them say, yo, we need Droop Lion. You know what I mean? Naturally. Because it's always a gateway for losses are found, you know.
Okay. You could also go to YouTube, Droop Lion, check out the video for Freeway. The Ideology project is available on
Yes,
all
sir.
digital
All
platforms.
digital platforms. It's there on iTunes, it's on Amazon, it's on Google, you know what I mean? It's on everything.
All right.
It's
What
on
we gonna
Spotify,
do?
everything.
What we gonna do is tonight, I'm gonna ask Sniper to run it with him, and I want you to tune the listeners out. You could give your shout outs in this period, but it's gonna be over really. And say goodnight to the listeners, Powerofreggae.com. Let them feel the power with Droop Lion, because I definitely felt the power doing the interview.
What do you want me to do?
You're gonna run it with him.
Alright, pray for them rhythm. You know? It's the last track I think. Okay.
Yeah. Powerofreggae, cry out the way. Most I be pray for them. Hey, yeah. Pray for them. Hey, hey. Pray for them. Oh, oh, oh. Not know why you pray from the ones who was to making on the flood. Pray from the youths who bury up in the blood. Pray from the ones who lose a roof in the storm. And if we do, I don't know where we bring it down. We pray from the ones who look a sitting on the farm. And pray from the place of the tsunami. Gonna say we pray for them. Oh, oh, boy. Powerofreggae, pray for them. Powerofreggae.com. Most I we pray for them. Oh, pray for them. Oh, yeah. See the world from it's like a concrete jungle. Got to stand for no one, no time to stumble. Just like a dove, so we come and humble. Turn the barrel, make it turn the place and not tumble. Live by faith, my friend, you shall move mountain. One door closed, my brother, enough more open. Use the springing up like water out of the fountain. Watch I pray, Powerofreggae, say that we pray for them. Oh, oh. crying on the most high name, just to be my backbone in all the time of strain. You're my healing temple in all the time of pain. One more faith and on the most high name, we say we pray for them. Pray for them. Whoa, pray for them. More peace in this world today. Tell them from the kings and the first one will be smiling on the storm. The rough and tough dance for our people one. It be a cover rest when the time start. Pass out and dirty Babylon upon the belly them a fall. I work for the yard when we sing like Titanic. Won't what me don't like them to them carbonic. But if the ship a sink and the king still upon it and they chilling out and smoking like chronic, so we pray for them. Power of reggae. Power of reggae.
Radio.
To Brian.
Yes, yes.
Pray for them.
Definitely a pleasure.
For them.
Mr. Droop Lion.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely enlightening. Power Reggae, TGM Radio, Powerofreggae.com.
TGM, Drew Brian representing Powerofreggae.com. One more time again.
Anything you want to say to the listeners before we tune out?
Rastafari, and I could sit here and tell them a whole lot of things, you know, from now till next week, because enough things are going on I want to talk about. You remember that song, Talk About It, on the same album called Ideologies. I just want to tell them, get the good music, man. It's not only Droop Lion alone that sing good music, you know, but make sure you get minds. You know what I mean? I want to tell the real people, them man, and even the people them who don't understand, forget themselves for real yet. Because you still have people who don't know themselves as yet. You know what I mean? Walk good, man, drink clean water, eat clean food, sleep in a clean bed, all clean meditation. You know what I mean? And I could say for them have a cleaner society. You know? Rastafari, you know, it's just love, you know, right across. Me I say, let the power of peace then, issue justice upon them. You know? And love reign it through mankind. You know, see? And that me I defend. It's I and I, Droop Lion,